I'm Matt Roemer. I am Patrick's best man. Before I go any further, I just want to point out how absolutely stunning Karen looked up there today. Is
that
right? These really are a beautiful ride. I'd also like to thank the McNamara's and the Henleys for all the work that they put in the last couple, well, heck, it was about a year, behind the scenes, making these days possible. I know that it doesn't go unappreciated, so thank you very much for all the hard work. I'd also like to thank Father Walt for the gorgeous ceremony today. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but Walt put me through quite an exercise up there today. I thought I was really Patrick and I's friendship has pretty much spanned most of my physical memory. So it would be very, very easy for me to stand up here for the next 20 minutes and go on and on, but I'm not Brett Balkan, and this isn't Dr. No, I met Patrick in second grade. We saw each other just about day in, day out for all through elementary school and junior high. He went to Brophy with Kirk, the Catholic Jesuit private school in Arizona, while I went to Horizon, the public school. And we stayed close. We went to each other's baseball and football games, and we definitely stayed in touch. But then came a crucial time where we had to make a decision on where we were going to go to college. And Kirk and I had long decided months before that we were going to go to the finest university in all the land. You know, the University of Arizona. I had to do grander. He thought he was filling out applications to Penn, Notre Dame, and Santa Clara. And he took his sweet time like he often does. Well, there's a lot of people from Ohio here today, and I'm sure you remember a decision. Before LeBron's decision, there was a Patrick McNamara decision. He informed me that I was going to get a phone call after school, and he was going to announce his college decision. I waited by the phone eagerly, and I got a three-way call from him with Kirk on the other line. And after he weighed the pros and cons of each school, he announced he was going to be taking his talents down to the old Pueblo at the University of Arizona. Now, because Patrick took his time, all the good dormitories filled up, which meant that we both were going to have random roommates. But he was going to have to live in an old apartment complex converted into a dorm nicknamed Shady Palms. They took 2-bedroom apartments and made them into 4-bedroom condos. So on the first day of school, Patrick went over to meet his 3 random roommates at Shady Palms, while I went to go meet my new random roommate, Liam, a redhead with a mohawk, 2 gauge earrings, and a lip ring. Thank you for procrastinating, Patrick. It wasn't a week after we started college that Chris Roemer, my older brother, extended the invitation to join his fraternity of like-minded, upstanding, fine gentlemen known as Sigma Chi. So at this point, I could just see John and Diane having a glass of wine saying, 5 months ago, our son was possibly going to Penn, Notre Dame, or Santa Clara. Now he's living in an old dilapidated apartment complex on the edge of Tucson, which only looks halfway acceptable when you compare it to this fraternity that he wants to. Yeah, things are going great. During college, Patrick and I grew closer, and he also introduced me to another close friend of mine, Bad Pat. He's Patrick's alter ego. It comes out after a long day of drinking, usually in the sun, with absolutely no food. So at this point, I'm going to give Karen 3 telltale warning signs as when Bad Pat's going to come out. The first one is that he starts using the word allegedly. If Patrick starts saying allegedly over and over again, Bad Pat's 30 minutes out. The second one is that he has his arms crossed and he says, "So what of it?" He has his arms crossed like this, and he says, "So what of it? That Pat's 15 minutes out." And the final one is if he says, "Slow your roll." It sounds like slow your roll. If that happens, just go ahead and exit stage left because Pat Pat's in the building. Now, one place that we thought we were going to see Pat was on our trip to Cabo. But he told us he was going to take it a little bit easier. He wanted to go deep sea fishing like we did about a decade earlier. We said, "Hey, Patrick, you're not the most prompt person, but we got to be ready at 5:30 in the morning. And we got to be at the dock at 6. So at 5:30 in the morning, everyone's ready to go, and Patrick's getting out of the shower with a robe on. He's doing his best Jack Nicholson, and he's telling us all to slow our roll. Unfortunately, that was the best Patrick looked all day. Because within 5 minutes of boarding that boat, he got a battle of seasickness that just was the worst. That's when a true Mitch and groomsman Nick Pearson really stepped up to the plate. He had purchased 2 great Gatorades that he was going to mix with vodka and make his famous Gatorade on the ocean. At that point, we had a unanimous decision amongst us that we were going to forego his famous Gatorade and pump this guy back full of electrolytes. Who would have thought? The closest we were to losing Patrick in Cabo was the 6 hours he was dead sober. And the next thing I'm going to say speaks to the absolute core of who Patrick is. At no point during a 6-hour fishing vessel where we're trolling the Pacific, the Sea of Cortez, and everywhere in between, trying to find that one elusive mahi-mahi, did this guy ever complain? Not one time did he ever ask us that maybe we should cut the trip a little bit short, that maybe we should tone it back a little bit, or he wasn't feeling good. Never one point did he ever complain. And that speaks to his unselfishness. Patrick is a person that will never ever put his needs before yours. Love you, buddy. Now, there are 1,000 positive adjectives I could use to describe Karen. And a million reasons why she's the perfect wife for Patrick. She's smart, charming, gorgeous, and extremely patient. But the most important reason that she's a perfect wife for Patrick is she spent the better part of a decade dealing with inner city youths. So Patrick, myself, and the rest of this motley crew shouldn't be much different. With that, I'd ask everyone to raise their glasses. To Mr. and Mrs. Patrick McNamara. Cheers.